Tonight, a first look at the deadly arsenal Hamas terrorists used to storm into Israel, and a sign of the firefight that lies ahead. Hamas fighters burst through the border fence equipped not just to kill civilians, but also to fight off Israeli tanks and helicopters. Here, a terrorist fires a rocket-propelled grenade. We saw dozens of the same weapon today at an Israeli military base, where arms recovered from Hamas fighters are being analyzed. Rockets, mines, shoulder-fired anti-aircraft missiles, and a magnetic bomb that sticks to the side of a tank.
Tonight, that ground incursion appearing imminent, with Israeli armor clattering to the front lines. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on the ground this weekend, meeting Israeli troops near the border with Gaza. The objective, to eradicate Hamas militarily and politically from the Gaza Strip. Overnight, the Israeli Air Force releasing this video, claiming it shows the military strike that killed Hamas commander Bilal al-Qedra, allegedly responsible for the massacre at Kibbutz Nirim. Hamas reportedly has at least 20,000 fighters in the Gaza Strip, many of them hiding in tunnels that honeycomb the area, and where officials fear Hamas might also be holding many of the 155 hostages, including Americans.
This morning we had an announcement from the Israeli authorities saying that they would be evacuating villages in northern Israel next to the border with Lebanon, 28 communities to be evacuated. We don't know whether this is a mandatory or a voluntary evacuation, but the reality is that most of the residents have already left in some of those communities.
Tonight, 6-year-old Wadia Al-Fayumi brutally stabbed to death, his mother in serious condition after an alleged hate crime believed to be motivated by the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. Sheriff's deputies say their landlord, 71-year-old Joseph Zuba, targeted his tenants inside their home simply because they were Muslim.
She said he knocked on the door and that he attempted to choke her and said, "You Muslims must die."
Deputies responded Saturday about 40 miles outside of Chicago in Plainfield Township, finding Hanan Shaheen and Al-Fayumi inside a bedroom in their home. Shaheen stabbed more than a dozen times, the boy with 26 stab wounds. A military-style knife with a 7-inch blade later found in his abdomen.
As accusations continue to fly in all directions, suspicion is mounting that North Korea has indeed been supplying Russia with weapons, which would be a violation of UN Security Council resolutions that Russia itself voted for. Satellite imagery supports repeated claims by the United States, the latest of which was made by a White House official at the end of last week. John Kirby, National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications, stated that North Korea has delivered more than 1,000 containers of military equipment and munitions to Russia in recent weeks for use in Ukraine.